Hey guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to go over the intentions that I set for myself for 2024. I started this in January and I figured today's a great day to kind of check in on that and see, what I've been able to stick with and what I have been able to let go of. I did say that all of these intentions I set are just things for me to strive for. They're not necessarily like goals that I have to meet by the end of the year, but things that I have been wanting to implement or change in my life. So I thought today is a great day for a check-in for that. I had narrowed all my intentions and goals into different genres: spiritual, mental and emotional, physical, shopping, and then also YouTube goals. So with that, let's just start with spiritual, because this is the one that was the most important to me out of every single intention that I set. This was the one that I said, if I don't hit any of the other ones, this is the one I want to make sure that I do, because it's the most important to me. Growing in my relationship with Christ is very, very important. Getting closer with him, but also like being able to grow closer to him means that you need to be in his word, and that I have nailed it. I even had to get up super early one morning, and I made sure to get up even earlier so that I could read the piece of the Bible that I need to. I'm reading through it in a year, and that was the second piece of that, and I'm nailing it. So I'm super excited about that. But take heed lest you fall, because the moment you think you've got it, you lose it. So then on to mental and emotional. I wanted to continue working on boundaries, which is just something that you have to do internally as well as externally. And I have been doing that, reading 12 books this year. I've been reading Crucial Conversations, which is just a big heavy read. And I am also reading the Screw Tape Letters right now. And those are two semi-heavy books to read, and so I actually started Crucial Conversations last year, and it just takes a while to get there because there's a lot to digest in that. But it is end of February right now, and I am into book 2. I just need to finish those up. So I have a couple other books picked out for my next ones. I've been reading a lot more on my Kindle, which has been super awesome for living a more nomadic life. So that's been great. Let's see. Getting up for the day by 7 a.m. minimum and getting ready for the day, have more of a routine. I don't know why I said 7 a.m. minimum. I think I meant 7 a.m. at the latest. So I wrote that wrong. But for the most part, I've been doing this. That was one that the 7 a.m. hour wasn't something to me that was have to, because I have a very flexible schedule. But I definitely wanted to be more intentional with getting up at a good hour, not just sleeping in till 9 or 10 o'clock. There's nothing, if you want to do that, that's fine. I just feel so much more productive for the day when I get up at a good hour and I get moving. I shower and I get ready and I read my Bible now, and I get Daisy ready for the day, which I have to clean her ears and do all this stuff for her, just to make sure that she's still on track. So there's just things that I do in the morning, and I have found a pretty decent routine with that. It's not the exact same every morning, it's not the exact same time, but I definitely feel like I'm starting to fall into a good rhythm, and that was really what I wanted to hit this year. So into the physical, I wanted to lose 20 to 30 more pounds this year, which means I wanted to work out about 5 days a week. I have done 0 workouts this year, 0. I have not gained weight, but I've stayed at my weight. I've gone below it a little bit, but then I kind of go back up to it. So I know, here's what I'm proud of. I am super proud that I've been able to maintain the weight that I, at my lowest, have hit. This is the lowest weight that I've been since I did Weight Watchers 3-4 years ago, whenever I did that. And then this is just, I've been able to hit that again and maintain it. And that is huge for me, because there have been so many weight loss fads that I've done. I've done the HCG diet. I've done just full on no carbs. What do they call the Atkins diet? I've done essentially, I don't want to say starving myself, but eating nothing. And now I'm in a good, healthy mental place where I'm able to see when my body, I can feel when my body is hungry. I can do that intuitive eating, and I don't overeat, and I'm not under eating. So it's been like really, really great to get my mental space healthy to be able to see that stuff. So that's fantastic. When we get back up north, I'm gonna, like, my plan is to get back into the gym and hit it hard, and that will become part of my morning routine again. And I miss that. But within this space, I'm so glad to see that I've been able to maintain. I know that in order to kind of get to that get over this hump of like weight where I'm stuck, I know that I have to move more. And my body was used to moving so much more because I was doing so many, like, I was so consistent with my working out before we hit the road. And so that is definitely something that as we're on the road more nomadic, I'm gonna have to figure out, like, do I need to get a gym pass to like a 24-hour fitness or an LA Fitness? Like, what is the most like nationwide that I can do? Do I need to just take weights with me and figure out how to do more body weight exercises, which is totally doable? There are just some things that still need to be figured out. But again, like, while I could look at it as a negative that I haven't gotten back into that routine, I know that I have that plan to get into it. And I know that once I do, I will definitely feel better. And I'm super proud that I've been able to maintain. So I wanted to continue to challenge myself in my eating and grocery shopping, which I've been doing so much better. I basically stick to the outside of the aisles, except for like spices. So I stick to the outside of the grocery store, except for like spices and a couple of things in the interior aisles that I just make sure to read the labels, and that's part of sticking with that. For me is like reading the labels, making sure that the carbs are low, making sure that there's no added sugars or very low added sugars, if anything, no erythritol, no fake sweeteners, nothing like that. And then I wanted to do a 72-hour fast at least twice a year. I haven't done it yet this year, but I would like to. I did do like a parasite cleanse, which is definitely part of that. And I did want to reevaluate how many supplements I'm taking and what's actually needed, which I don't want to just throw away supplements that I've spent money on. So as I'm like finishing up bottles of supplements, I'm looking at it, I'm making a list of everything, but then I'm reevaluating what I want to repurchase. And for right now, I'm like set on everything. So all's well there. Shopping. This is the one where I kind of went off the rails. I don't want to say went off the rails. Like last year was a lot of me trying out different leathers and different styles of bags from Rough and Tumble. And I regret nothing. But going into January, I wanted to wait X amount of days before purchasing. I think I kind of narrowed it down to waiting about 30 days for purchasing something that's not within like my normal purchasing stuff. So I purchased a lot on Amazon for kitchen stuff. But what I realized is that I'm purchasing a lot of like gadgets that I don't need. So things that are gadgety like that, I put into a list for each month, like January 2024. And then the next month I will go. At the end of January, I'll go back through it and I will look to see what was on that list. And there are so many things on that list that I actually forgot about that I don't need, so they go away. Or if I'm still interested in them, but I don't want to spend the money, or I don't necessarily really need it, or right now we're on the road, so do I have room for it? I will go ahead and just transfer it to February 2024 list and wait on it longer. So 30 days is a really good amount of time for me. And if I can wait even longer, I can probably just forget about the thing. Or if I'm still interested in it, figure it into like when I want to purchase it, if that makes sense. So that was great. I'm working on saying no to things that are not on my list. So things that are not on the like need lists. So to go back, I purchase a lot on Amazon, but I purchase a lot of things that are like, I make sure that our household is stocked with dog treats and groceries and all of that stuff. And so for me, making sure that I have that stuff, some of it I get through Amazon, right? And so that to me is not like going off the list. But otherwise, I'm working on saying no to things that are not on my list. That list being kind of that Amazon list that I was just talking about, but also the list of things that are like necessities to live. And even some of the things that we purchase that like I call necessities aren't necessarily even like necessities, but they are things that we love and use each day. I shouldn't say love. They're things that we use each day that we find essential for us. Now, ask me in a month, a year, a day, whatever, and maybe those aren't essentials then, but for right now they are. So I do order that on Amazon. And then the last like big shopping thing where I know that I have not stuck to, what I have not stuck to is purses, only buying 4 new purses this year. And if I have to, one in, one out. And then littles, like SLGs were also on the list of like how many. I never did set a goal or anything for an intention for the SLGs because they're so small that I am able to travel with them very easily. What I will show you is, what I will show you is I have this acrylic box, and I have limited to myself to whatever fits in that box as an SLG can stay. If it can't fit, it doesn't need to be there. And if I really want something to stay, but it doesn't fit in that, I have to find something to let go. And so I've been doing really good with that now. The purses are where I think I bought 4 purses in January alone. However, I have pretty much done one in, one out. Also, another great thing is some of the purses I have let go and sold are things that they were like big purses, and the ones that I brought in are smaller. They're like the travelers. So I have expanded my traveler purse collection, but my larger purses, I have let go of quite a few of them. And I've narrowed down like the purses, the type and style that I really like. And so again, like I regret nothing. I regret nothing because it has helped me narrow down what I really like and what I don't like. And being in the Facebook buy sell trade groups has helped me be able to release the things. And I always go and look on the people put up in search of. So they're in search of a type of leather, or they're in search of a type of purse in certain leathers, whatever. Or even littles. They're looking for some littles. Like this last week, I sent off 2 littles that I was not planning on selling, or I hadn't listed up, but I saw somebody was in search of, and I thought to myself, can I let this go? Yes, because both of them were brand new, never used by me. I've just had them sitting for months. So those went off to new homes. I also listed 3 littles and a purse this last week and sold all of that. I have another purse that's listed up right now. So I've been pretty consistent with one in and one out. And if we're talking about littles, it's been more out than in. So super happy with that. Maybe it's about the same with littles too. I'll have to look because I've been keeping track so that I can go over it like very specifically at the end of the year with you guys. And then the last but not least was my YouTube. And I wanted to post up 1 sit down video a week and at least 2 to 3 shorts each week, which I have been doing, and I'm really, really proud of that. Most weeks I've been doing at least 1 short a week, if not 2 or 3. Super excited about that. And then I've been doing just 1 sit down video. I've been toying with the idea of 2 sit down videos, but that, like, it's weird. If you've done YouTube, you know, like there's a lot that goes into doing YouTube, and doing 1 video a week is like super doable. Doing 2 full sit down videos a week it's a lot more work. So I'm toying around with that. Maybe I could like throw an extra video out there every month or something. I did want to be able to grow my YouTube channel. My goal is to be at 10,000 subscribers by the end of this month, and I don't think my number has shifted at all. It has. It's gone up and then it goes down, and then it goes up and then it goes down. And so I've been staying like right at that consistent, like my weight. Everything's just staying consistent. So you know what? I'm not sad about that. We're only 2 months into YouTube. I'm still trying to figure out, you know, how to get more people interested in my channel. I'm just a lifestyle content, I guess, like, and now going into like a nomadic lifestyle content, and purses are my main interest. But to be quite honest, I'm kind of losing interest in purses. Like, I still love them and I think they're beautiful, but there's only so much you can show. Like, I can show you guys and compare purses, and that is helpful, especially for rough and tumble, because you can't, like, you can get them in person, but then you have to like do a return. There's no like store to go to nationwide, right? I think there might be one in Maine, but I'm not even certain on that. So it's just, you know what? It's just figuring out what I like and then trying to help you guys figure out what you like. I do still like, I think purses are so beautiful and they're so fun, but I'm not as obsessed with them as I was, I guess, if that makes sense. They're becoming more functional for me, which aren't purses supposed to just be functional? But anyway, all that to say, that is all my intentions. This is only February. I don't see a lot changing March and April, except for like reading and adding in some more books that I've read. So with all that said, that's where I'm at in my intentions. We'll do another check-in in a few months down the road and see kind of where everything's at there. But I think I've done pretty great so far. I'm really happy with the progress I've made. And you know, right at first I was right at first, especially with that wake up routine, I was really disappointed with myself because I wasn't getting up. So it took me like 2 or 3 weeks to like get my butt in gear. But I think too, when I add in like going to the gym and working out, I like to go in the 4 a.m. hour because there's nobody else there. Usually there's 1 or 2 other people there, and I know that then I can do the machines at my leisure instead of waiting on other people. So that's where we are. How are you guys doing? Did you set any intentions for the year? How have you been doing with those? Are you an intentions or a goals person? Like, let me know down in the comments below what your like year is looking like in comparison to what you wanted it to look like or what you thought it would look like. And if you've been able to be happy with that, or are you disappointed in that? And I hope you're not disappointed because we're all just learning and changing. So I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.